Ladies and gentlemen, as you are able, please rise for the academic procession and remain standing for the national anthem performed by the Patrick Brink Jazz Quartet. And Faculty Senate President. Representing colleges, universities, and partner institutions, we welcome our distinguished institutional delegates. Please welcome the faculty of the University of North Texas at Dallas. Representing our student body, we now welcome our student leaders. Please welcome the deans of the University of North Texas at Dallas. We now welcome members of the President's Cabinet. Representing the community, the state of Texas, and the promise of our future, please welcome the Honorable State Senator Royce West. Please welcome the Chairman and members of the Board of Regents of the University of North Texas System. We now welcome the Chancellor of the University of North Texas System. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the honoree of this occasion, Dr. Warren J. von Eschenbach, President of the University of North Texas at Dallas. My notes say national anthem plays. You may be seated. Now, please welcome your host for today's ceremony, Dr. Christopher L. Markwood. Dr. Markwood serves as the academic provost for the University of North Texas at Dallas, overseeing the university's academic curriculum, planning, and strategy. Dr. Christopher Markwood.
Good morning. On behalf of the UNT System Board of Regents, Chancellor Michael Williams, and the distinguished faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of the University of North Texas, welcome. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge a few very special guests joining us today. Dr. Kirk Calhoun, President of UNT Health Fort Worth. Dr. Harrison Keller, President of the University of North Texas. Dr. Priebus Maugi, President of UT Dallas. Dr. Justice Lonan, Chancellor of Dallas College. Dr. Macario Hernandez, President of Dallas College Mountain View. Mr. Rick Smith, Sr., President of Dallas College North Lake. Also serving as delegates from other universities, representing Dr. Corrine Phaeton, Chancellor of Texas Women's University, Dr. Joshua Adams. Representing Dr. Vanessa Beasley, President of Trinity University, Mr. Michael Bacon. And representing Reverend Robert Dowd, CSC, President of the University of Notre Dame, is the Reverend Lees, CSC. And we're also honored to be joined by state leadership who've traveled to be with us for this momentous occasion. We ask that you please rise when recognized. The Honorable State Representatives, Retta Bowers, Aisha Davis, Linda Garcia, Terry Meza, and Tony Reese. The Honorable Helen Giddings, the Honorable Dan Branch. And if there are any other elected officials joining us today, we ask that you please rise and be recognized. Thank you all. Thank you all for your continued support and for your belief in our mission. Today, we gather not only to formally install a president, but to celebrate the enduring mission of this university, to expand opportunity, empower students, strengthen families, and transform communities. An investiture is one of higher education's most meaningful traditions, and it marks both continuity and new beginnings. It honors the legacy that brought us here while looking boldly towards the future, and we are grateful for your presence on this historic day. As we gather today to celebrate the future, we also would like to honor those whose vision and determination made this university possible. Within the landscape of higher educational institutions in Texas, UNT Dallas is relatively new, just 15 years old. And we're here today on this beautiful campus, albeit rainy day, because of a group of community leaders who strongly believed that the city of Dallas and the surrounding cities in Dallas County and beyond needed a world-class 4-year public university. So please turn your attention to the screens for a tribute to the founders of the University of North Texas at Dallas.
15 years, University of North Texas at Dallas has been here, and it seems like only yesterday that we were working to establish this university. I'm really proud of what has happened here in those 15 years.
When I think about the history of UNT Dallas, I think about the journey as it relates to higher education. For you see, prior to going on the odyssey to create public higher education in the city of Dallas, there was no institution of higher education, more specifically in Southern Dallas.
UNT Dallas will be the platform that will allow so many first-generation students in our region to fulfill their lifelong dreams. And this will change not only them, but it will change their families.
We have students who have family responsibilities, who have full-time jobs, who are mid-career, who don't have the funds, whose parents don't want them 300 miles away. They deserve the same access to a public university that every other region of the state does, and we're adding more students and more high school graduates than any other area.
Education has to be accessible and affordable if we are in fact going to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to get a good education. And so it just made sense to have this university here, not only for students and young people who live in this area, but also older people who are returning to college.
Senator West And Representative Giddings were our marathon runners. They were there from the beginning with the community task force. They were there through every trial, and they deserve that gold medal. Then you had Dan Branch, our goalie, who stopped the attacks when we were bringing forward our law school, and there were a lot of pressure on Representative Branch. Kudos to him.
UNT Dallas is not only an undergrad program in South Dallas, it's also a professional and graduate program in the core of Dallas. It is an important element to job creation and fulfilling jobs and upskilling the workforce that drives this huge, rapidly growing metroplex that soon will surpass the Chicago area as the third largest metroplex in the country.
I hope these young people who have had an opportunity to get their education at UNT Dallas see the need to reach back and do whatever they can for the people who come behind them and whatever else they can do to help create a better world for everybody.
If we have a university that's responsive to the needs of the community, it'll continue to grow. And I want to make certain that we have leaders that partner with me. We need to have development around the university that complements the university. And if we do that and we do it right, then the vision for the university will be realized. Not during my lifetime, but ultimately it will be realized.
If you plant your flag, if you have the land, if you build a magnificent campus, if you hire good faculty, if you get a good start, a public university is forever.
We are honored to be joined by the community leaders who founded UNT Dallas, the Honorable Dan Branch, the Honorable Helen Giddings, State Senator Royce West, and former UNT System Chancellor Lee F. Jackson. Would you all please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium our state senator and one of the founders of UNT Dallas, Senator Royce West.
Good morning to everyone. It's indeed a great day to be a trailblazer. Although a bit dreary, nothing can overcast the excitement that exists as the UT system, the University of North Texas at Dallas, its cabinet, faculty, staff, and students, community leaders, and laypersons, elected officials, and University of North Texas Dallas friends and supporters converge in this place for this investiture ceremony for their fourth president, Warren von Eschenbach. To the Eschenbach family, we're proud to have him as our fourth president. Thank you for raising him right, okay? I've had the distinct pleasure of being principal architect for the vision that is manifested into the University of North Texas at Dallas. By doing so, I've lived the history of its origin, its journey towards maturation, its growth under the leadership of all of the former presidents of this institution, and the journey of President von Eschenbach thus far. I've actually known and worked with the President von Eschenbach since March of 2004 through January 2010, when he got on my last nerve. That's not no. When he served as a legislative aide, the Senate Higher Education Committee Director, and he was also the Chief of Staff to the current Dean of the Texas Senate, Judith Zaffarini. I can attest that he's prepared for the job ahead. My friends, he's ready. Just be happy that the investiture ceremony didn't start at 7:30 in the morning, okay? That's kind of an inside joke. You know, you stand on the shoulders of three former presidents and have already started building upon their successes and expanding their accomplishments. Over the past 16 months, President von Eschenbach has led transformative efforts at this institution. Under his leadership, UNT Dallas has invested in bold strategies to grow enrollment, advance student success, and strengthen community impact. Let me just talk about a few of them. And among them, they've launched the university's Center for Innovation and Teaching and Learning, secured $7 million increase for the biennium in state appropriations for our Classroom to Career initiative, strengthened admissions criteria, which led to a 20-point average increase in the TSI scores for the 2024 freshman class, implemented a new strategic budget process tied to performance measures to increase transparency and accountability, redirected more than $500,000 in recurring dollars into faculty support and academic programs, negotiated a new criminal justice center to house a facility and students as part of the City of Dallas's regional law enforcement training facility on our campus. And I see several of the leaders here that are working on that particular initiative, Lynn McBee, and I thought also saw Tanel Atkins. We celebrated the College of Law's 10th anniversary. Where you see when we began this odyssey, we wanted to make certain there was at least 2 centers of excellence, one of them being law. And I'm proud to say the law school under the leadership of Dean Epps has had the highest bar passage rate for graduates taking the Texas bar this past summer, I think for the first time. And I think it was like 85%. Some often they don't get it, but it was very high, I'll put it like that. We've come a long way and on the road that has brought the University of North Texas vision to fruition. And we want to continue to move forward. Before us will be opportunities for UNT Dallas to plant its flag firmly within the landscape of Texas institutions of higher education, an institution of first class. For you see, we're not trying to make this just a university in the southern sector of Dallas, but what we're trying to do is to make certain that excellence is the key expectation of all students here. I'm confident that the selection by the UT system of Dr. von Eschenbach as the next president will enhance the institutional development of UNT Dallas. Dr. von Eschenbach has amassed a wealth of administration, financial, and community corporate engagement expertise while at Notre Dame that has benefited and will continue to benefit UNT Dallas. His understanding of higher education will take UNT Dallas to the next level, blazing a trail before, and we could only dream of. Those things that the community have expected of him, in partnering with the UNT system, he will help fulfill. For again, all of us are committed to work together as partners in order to make this a reality. So on behalf of my colleagues and co-founders of this university, we want to say congratulations to President von Eschenbach.
Thank you, Senator West, for your steadfast support of Dallas, higher education, and this university. At the heart of every investiture are the academic symbols that represent leadership and tradition. Today, we will present the president with 3 symbols, including one new unique to UNT Dallas. Description of these symbols can be found in your program. As you arrived today and made your way across campus to the Student Center, your eyes were inevitably drawn upward. The 180-foot Ryan Tower is more than an award-winning structure. It is a powerful, illuminated academic symbol representing Senator West's vision for a university to be a beacon of hope, promise, and progress. It serves as an iconic central landmark that inspires students by embodying the high academic achievements and future successes they aim to attain. The tower, particularly its lighted design, acts as a beacon of hope and a beacon of light, empowering students to be leaders and beacons in their own communities. It also symbolizes the growth of the campus and the promising futures of its students. Presented today by 3 student leaders, the Ryan Tower Beacon of Hope statue reflects the trust and hope of those whom this university serves. President von Eschenbach, please join me as we welcome Hayden Wokley, Student Regent, Julissa Luna, Student Government Association President, Celeste Nava, College of Law Student Bar Association President. Dr. von Eschenbach, on behalf of the students at the University of North Texas at Dallas, our student leaders present this symbol of our shared future. This bronze cast of the Ryan Tower cupola stands as a new academic symbol of our support for your leadership and for the hopes and dreams of our students and their bright futures. May the light shine on. An important tradition of an investiture ceremony is the presentation of the mace, an ancient academic symbol representing the authority of the institution and the integrity of scholarship. It reminds us that universities exist to pursue truth, cultivate wisdom, and prepare leaders for society. By presenting the mace to Dr. von Eschenbach, Dr. Janice Upshaw, President of the Faculty Senate at UNT Dallas, will affirm the powers of the President as the authority of the academic mission of the institution. With those powers, he will hold the officers of the institution, faculty, staff, and students to high standards because he knows how truly impactful UNT Dallas can be, shaping a stronger community, economy, and future for Texas and our nation. Dr. von Eschenbach, would you please stand to accept the mace of the University of North Texas at Dallas? The final tradition of an investiture ceremony is the presentation of the chain of office, representing the authority of the office of the president. It is a tradition of the UNT system that the chancellor bestow the chain of office. The medallion on the UNT Dallas chain of office is a replica of the official UNT Dallas seal, which serves as a reminder of our responsibilities to higher education. The chain's silver links are engraved with the names and dates of office of each of UNT Dallas's presidents. This is an incredible symbol that will accompany the president in official ceremonies. And it's now my privilege to welcome Dr. Michael Williams, Chancellor of the University of North Texas System.
Good morning. It is an honor to be part of this historic and important ceremony with you all today. With the UNT systems, when we set out to find the 4th UNT Dallas president, we intentionally sought a leader who embodied our values, who held our passion and understanding for the communities we serve, and was committed to advancing opportunity for each and every student. As it turns out, that perfect leader was right among us, literally right down the hall. Dr. von Eschenbach was serving at that time as the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs of the UNT system at that time. His experience with leading other world-class institutions like Notre Dame, combined with his knowledge of Texas and the UNT system, prepared him perfectly to lead UNT Dallas. He brings a distinctive combination of leadership insight, a genuine heart for our students, and a clear vision for the future of the University of North Texas at Dallas. And I'm excited to hear more about that vision with you in just a minute. So in a moment, I'll present Dr. von Eschenbach with the chain of office and formally entrust him with the responsibilities of this role. As the chain of office is placed around his neck, he becomes part of the UNT Dallas Trailblazer legacy, one he will carry forward in service to our students, our faculty, our staff, and our alumni, with the full strength and support of the UNT system behind him. Dr. von Eschenbach, will you please stand to receive the chain of office? Don't sit down yet. Dr. von Eschenbach, by virtue of the authority of the University of North Texas at Dallas and the UNT System Board of Regents, I commit to you the UNT Dallas chain of office, and I have placed over your shoulders the seal of the university, the highest symbol of the office that you will hold. Congratulations. Thank you.
It is now my privilege to welcome Carlos Munguia, UNT alumni and chairman of the UNT System Board of Regents.
Good morning, especially to the von Eschenbach family. You guys have been so patient. Appreciate you being here. An investiture is a defining occasion. It's both a recognition of leadership and a public expression of trust. It reflects the confidence we place in one individual to guide this institution with purpose, integrity, and vision. Dr. Warren von Eschenbach stands before us as a leader shaped by service, distinguished by excellence, and guided by a profound belief in the power of education to transform lives. He brings a clear and compelling vision for this university, a vision that prepares students not only for graduation, but for lives of leadership, contribution, and impact. A vision that positions UNT Dallas as a leading institution for this region and a force for opportunity across the Dallas community. He calls this university to high standards because he understands its potential. He recognizes the responsibility we hold to our students, to our communities, and to the future we're entrusted to shape. It is with great pride and with full confidence in his leadership that the Board of Regents affirms this appointment today. Distinguished guests, it's now my honor to present the fourth president of the University of North Texas at Dallas, Dr. Warren J. von Eschenbach.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Munguia, Chancellor Williams, and Senator West for those generous remarks and for your support. Members of the Board of Regents, Chancellor, our elected officials, fellow presidents and honored guests, faculty and staff, friends and family, my dear colleagues and students, good morning. It is an honor to be installed as the fourth president of UNT Dallas, and thank you all for being here to celebrate this occasion. This academic year marks our 15th anniversary as a standalone institution of the UNT system, a significant milestone for a young university made possible only by the hard work and dedication of so many here today. To the Board of Regents, Chancellor Williams, colleagues, faculty, staff, thank you for the faith and trust you've placed in me and for your support in council and your commitment to our university. I especially want to thank members of the President's Cabinet for their support and for not only being willing to ask difficult questions, but more importantly, for seeking better answers. It is a privilege to serve with each and every one of you. I would also like to acknowledge one person in particular, Angie Castillo. Angie, would you please stand to be recognized? Not only is Angie a proud graduate of UNT Dallas, but she has also been a trusted advisor to every president since its founding, first as an executive assistant, now as chief of executive affairs. And today, this very day, May 1st, marks her 20th year as one of the first employees of UNT Dallas. So on behalf of my predecessors, see Bob Mong over there, thank you for your dedication to our university, and congratulations to you too today. To our community partners, benefactors, and supporters, your partnership has been vital in enabling us to provide students with meaningful opportunities and a promising future. To our legislative delegation and city officials, without your support and collaboration, we would not be able to fulfill our mission as an anchor institution for Southern Dallas. To Senator Royce West, thank you for your vision and for your steadfast support and resolve that took UNT Dallas from a dream to a reality. Thank you also for your support and trust in me, and especially for our partnership. To my family, especially my wife Rachel, and to our children, Kiara, who cannot be here, Ilaria, and Towns, thank you for your love and support these many years and for the endless joy you bring me each and every day. And finally, I especially would like to acknowledge the reason UNT Dallas exists, our students in attendance. Would you please stand to be recognized? Students, you have the most important role in building our young university. You create the traditions that link future students to the past and present, and as alumni, you will embody our institutional identity and carry forward our brand. You are UNT Dallas. Whenever I'm having a challenging day, which are rare, Chancellor, I go find a student to talk to. Our students are amazing. They are resilient. They are curious. They are appreciative. They are optimistic. They understand the opportunity that they have been given. They recognize the transformative power of higher education and what it can mean for them and their families. It also reminds me of my own journey and the transformative power that higher education has had on me and my family. My undergraduate experience at Trinity University changed the course of my life and career by expanding my world and helping me understand interests and possibilities I never knew existed. My first job in higher ed in the Office of Academic Affairs at the University of Texas System while earning my PhD at UT Austin opened my eyes to the important role that administrators have in shaping the direction of an institution to facilitate the work of others. Serving as director of the Texas Senate Higher Education Committee early in my career reinforced the economic and even political impact that universities have on regions in the state and the fierce loyalties they generate, especially when it comes to conference realignment. Isn't that right, Chairman Branch? Spending 14 years as a faculty member and administrator at the University of Notre Dame taught me how a university could harness the intense devotion of its alumni, friends, and benefactors to be a global force for good in the world. Now, as an executive within the UNT system, I appreciate what it means to be a values-driven public university system that seeks innovation and excellence to create opportunities within the Metroplex and throughout the state. But the most profound examples I have about the transformative impact of higher education are my parents, both of whom are here today. My parents grew up together in working-class neighborhoods of South Philadelphia and were first-generation college students who graduated from regional universities similar to UNT Dallas. Their education altered the course of their lives, the lives of my siblings who are here, and the lives of our children and their children for generations to come. This is the transformative power of higher education. This is also the animating vision behind the creation of UNT Dallas: to empower students, transform lives, strengthen communities. Last night, we held a gala to celebrate our 15th anniversary, and I would like to thank again the sponsors and all those who supported us last night in raising more than $300,000 for student scholarships and programs. But our history goes back much further, all the way to 1997. Recognizing that Dallas was the only major city in the U.S. without a four-year public university, former Representative Helen Giddings and Senator Royce West formed a task force of city and county leaders to study the need for a university in southern Dallas. 4 years later, the legislature passed Senate Bill 576, signed by then Governor George W. Bush, to create the University of North Texas at Dallas. The university was envisioned not only as a means for economic development in southern Dallas, but also as a visible symbol for the community that would inspire future students and residents alike. You see, the founders of UNT Dallas understood that in addition to degree programs, curricula, and credentials, universities are about people and are about community. They knew that universities are instrumental in fostering regional pride, forging community identity, and increasing positive social, cultural, as well as economic activity. We are a beacon of hope and promise for so many, not just our students. This is the transformative power of higher education. Because of our ability to reach beyond the confines of our campuses to impact the lives of so many, universities are one of the most important social institutions in this country. We help shape the economies of tomorrow while creating important public goods such as new knowledge through discovery and research, as well as new forms of artistic and creative expression. We hold a privileged place through our ability to convene disparate voices to address important issues and provide a forum where we can disagree with others respectfully and charitably. That is not to say that we are not without challenges: increasing cost, erosion of public trust, demographic changes, to name a few. Though we are located in a high-growth area, we are not immune to these headwinds. Each institution in our region will have to address the value proposition for higher education in its own way. Higher education, after all, is not a monolith. The diversity of institutional types is a strength of our system. We all have a different role in ensuring that the workforce for tomorrow remains vital, and graduates have the tools to participate effectively in civic life to address the challenges of a rapidly changing world. We know that we're training students today for jobs that do not exist and for jobs that probably will not exist 10 years from now. The world is changing often faster than we can predict. To address its value proposition, UNT Dallas seeks to be the leading public regional university in Southern Dallas, Ellis County, and beyond by delivering a holistic educational experience that integrates career-ready skills, leadership development, and experiential learning throughout the curriculum. When they graduate, our students will be able to apply ethical reasoning to complex problems and act with integrity, advocate for themselves and others, engage with artificial intelligence and emerging technologies responsibly, persist in solving complex problems, be committed to lifelong learning, and communicate effectively and navigate professional environments with confidence. These will be the hallmarks of a UNT Dallas trailblazer. To achieve this, we need to create an educational ecosystem that supports students in their personal, academic, social, and cultural growth. We need to future-proof our students by instilling in them those enduring and authentically human skills that employers seek, such as resilience, empathy, self-awareness, and character, and that are constitutive of a fulfilling and successful life. And we need to change how we organize ourselves as an institution to ensure we're providing degree pathways that are responsive to a fast-changing and complex world. Thankfully, we are not starting from scratch. This has been the animating vision for this university from its inception, and no better example exists than our College of Law. The College of Law set out to train a different kind of lawyer and provide an educational experience that was distinctive from more established law schools. Not better or worse, just a different mission for a different purpose. We train students to be effective practitioners of law by providing an education grounded in applied learning and professional preparation focused on serving the public good. Just a little more than a decade old, the College of Law is demonstrating the success of our distinctive approach. This year, our advocacy team beat NYU, Harvard, and Yale to become the 23rd ranked moot court program in the nation. Higher education is not just about obtaining a credential to help one find a better paying job, though that is an important outcome of any degree program. It is also a time for students to come to understand their personal passions, strengths, and vision for their lives. It is an opportunity for them to find their purpose and develop career-ready skills. Students at UNT Dallas, approximately 70% of whom are first-generation college students, pursue an education not only for their benefit, but to benefit their siblings, families, neighbors, and communities. I know this because they tell me so. They know that being a trailblazer means not only being the first for yourself, but more importantly, creating a path for others to follow. This is the transformative power of higher education, to transform students by empowering them through education to strengthen their communities. For this reason, UNT Dallas remains committed to providing access to those for whom higher education historically has been out of reach. We're proud to offer the lowest cost of attendance of any four-year institution in North Texas and are among the lowest in the state. To ensure we continue to provide an affordable education and that our students graduate with little debt, I'm proud to announce today that thanks to the generosity of many of you last night, we're launching the Trailblazer Tuition Trust Program, which guarantees that the university will cover tuition and mandatory fees for any qualified undergraduate student coming from families earning less than $100,000 annually. But socioeconomic mobility isn't our core mission. It's an important and necessary outcome of what we do. Our core mission is to educate students and ensure they have knowledge, skills, and dispositions to succeed in life. Yes, we develop human capital, but we also help students build their social capital and assist them in transitioning into a professional environment. It is especially important that we help first-generation students understand and master professional norms and expectations so they enter the workforce with confidence and conviction. At UNT Dallas, we want to provide students with more than just the opportunity to earn a degree. We want to help them launch a purpose-driven, career-ready future. And that begins with our faculty. For us to achieve this goal, it is essential that we continue to invest in faculty and academic programs. As a mentor of mine, the former provost of Notre Dame, who is here today, would always say, a university can only be as good as its faculty. Recruiting, retaining, and developing teacher scholars who teach, mentor, and inspire students are critical to our success. That's why we've invested more than $2 million in recurring funding for new faculty lines to increase faculty salaries, provide development leave, and created UNT Dallas's first ever Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning to assist faculty members in incorporating effective pedagogy, including how to use artificial intelligence appropriately into their classrooms. We are also in the final stages of revising the tenure and promotion guidelines to align faculty incentives with the mission of a regional teaching university devoted to mentoring students and community impact. These investments are essential because students' success, after all, begins in the classroom. Regardless of their degree or major, we must also prepare students with the requisite skills and experiences to thrive in an unpredictable and changing labor market. That means revising our curricular and co-curricular offerings to foster those enduring human skills employers seek, along with advancing literacy in artificial intelligence and emerging technologies. Recent surveys show that fewer than half of recruiters now use GPA in applicant screening. Almost 70% use some form of skills-based hiring practice, and nearly all indicated that an internship or a co-op is a deciding factor in hiring college graduates. Thanks to the $7 million increase in appropriation for the biennium we received from the legislature, we launched UNT Dallas's new Center for Experiential Learning and Career Success to ensure our students are career ready when they graduate. This center seeks a career development paradigm shift by creating a career service ecosystem that embeds experiential learning, high-impact practices, and employer-engaged experiences throughout the curriculum and student journey. Our deans and faculty have been mapping curricula and reviewing courses with the goal of having every UNT Dallas student experience a minimum of 5 high-impact practices, 3 employer engagement opportunities, with at least 1 being an internship or employer-based group project. The work of the center is essential to our students' lifelong success by helping them identify career goals, connecting them with industry partners, and supporting their exploration and planning of a meaningful and lucrative profession. Because of their life circumstances, however, many of our students already possess several of the skills employers are seeking, especially resiliency. The problem is that many of them don't know it. Our job is to give them the tools and resources for them to discover their talents and abilities and teach them how to put them in service to their life goals and in service to others. This is the transformative power of higher education. To that end, thanks to the $17 million gift we received in September from the O'Donnell Foundation, the largest in university history, we are redesigning the first-year experience so that students can identify and acquire those enduring human skills employers seek, and have formed a team of success coaches across campus to mentor students throughout this process. Finally, we must reimagine and re-engineer our academic structures and degree programs to ensure that not only are students adaptable and resilient in the face of a changing world, but that our university is too. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, computer science and engineering majors are among the highest unemployed of any recent college graduates. Before the release of generative AI, universities were making smart, strategic investments in these fields because the demand was so high. Where we are just a few years later is a sobering example for university leadership about how and where to invest resources. Today's significant challenges also are large-scale and complex. They require multiple disciplines and perspectives to solve. Because majors and disciplines aren't just specialized knowledge content, they're also disciplined ways of thinking, seeing, and analyzing the world and its complexities. We should, therefore, train our students how to integrate multiple perspectives, multiple disciplines, in understanding the world and its challenges. This can be accomplished by redesigning specific majors, like we've done with our new cybersecurity bachelor's degree. Instead of creating a traditional Bachelor of Science in cybersecurity, in response to industry feedback, we are launching a Bachelor of Arts in cybersecurity that combines technical IT courses with courses in communication and applied English so that our graduates can communicate the technical aspects of cybersecurity effectively with stakeholders. To facilitate multidisciplinary education across the university, however, we are also reorganizing our academic structure. As we transition from schools to colleges, the university is creating academic departments for the first time in our history. But instead of traditional disciplines, our departments will be clustered by fields of study, interdisciplinary programs, and meta majors. Grouping faculty members and programs in this manner allows the flexibility to design degree programs that are responsive to the interests of students, as well as the needs of industry partners and the community. Take pharmacy, for example. And let me be very clear, especially to some important members of the audience, thanks to our partners at UNT Health, we are bringing pharmacy to UNT Dallas. In fact, we are finalizing a plan to add a pharmacy lab to the 4th floor of our STEM building that we will present to our board later this month. Yet, with the advance of artificial intelligence and personalized medicine and changes to the manufacturing and distribution of pharmaceuticals, retail pharmacies are under tremendous pressure. The university also is part of a community where residents have very little access to high-quality, nutritious food, which contributes to significant and debilitating health issues for our residents. Add to that fact that there are several food manufacturers operating in the DFW region that offer good paying jobs. So, instead of creating a traditional department focused on just pharmacy, we're looking to design a department at the intersection of pharmacology, food science, nutrition, and public health. This will allow us to create multiple interdisciplinary pathways for students through majors, minors, and certificates to address the various needs of our community while preparing students for rapidly changing industries. Students could pursue traditional degrees, such as pharmacy, but they now would have the option for careers such as nutritional pharmacology or food as medicine, or as food scientists who develop nutrient-rich, functional foods to reduce chronic disease in our communities. These are the approaches we need to take to future-proof our students and our university against the fast-changing and increasingly complex world. To re-examine what we do and who we are to ensure we harness our transformative power to empower students, transform lives, and strengthen communities. Let me end with a personal story that illustrates why I'm so passionate about the mission of UNT Dallas and the opportunities we have ahead. My 84-year-old mother, again, who is here today, was the first woman admitted to the College of Engineering at Villanova University. Unfortunately, she dropped out after only 2 semesters. We know the challenges women face in STEM fields today, so you can only imagine what it must have been like in 1959. To her credit, and to no surprise anyone who knows her, she went back to college later in life and completed her degree in 1984. But I imagine at the time, she must have felt she wasn't ready, that it was too much, and that she failed. No student should ever feel that way. And what I know now about higher education and student success, she didn't fail. Her institution did. For their moment came to be a trailblazer for women in STEM, and they weren't ready. Our moment has arrived. We have the opportunity to write the next chapter of UNT Dallas and its transformative impact on the region, to be a beacon of hope and promise for the next generation. And if anyone feels that we aren't ready or that it's too much, look around the room. Look at the support that we have because of our state, city, and community leaders, our benefactors, our regents and chancellor, our faculty and staff, and a dedicated and determined president's cabinet and deans. We will be ready. We are ready. Together, we will blaze new trails. Thank you for the faith and confidence you have placed in me. Thank you for your support of UNT Dallas, and thank you for being here to celebrate with us today. I'm honored to accept the privilege of serving as the 4th president of this great university. Blaze trails.
Thank you, President von Eschenbach. This university exists to serve students, and we are continually amazed and humbled by the incredible things you are accomplishing while you're on campus with us and after you have crossed that stage, received your diploma, and are pursuing your career in the world. If you would, please turn your attention to the screens for a message about some of the things our students are accomplishing.
I was honestly and truthfully lost, finding my identity in just basketball.
I'm actually the first one to go to college. It was a lot for me coming to a new city by myself, especially away from home, because I'm very family-oriented.
I started law school when I was 55 years old. I was working full-time. The option of quit working to go to law school was really not an option for me.
Here at UNT, while being able to come to school and pursue my legal training, I was still boxing competitively.
UNT Dallas has allowed me to brighten my horizon, brighten my mind, find myself beyond a basketball. My endeavors, but also my passions, pour back into the community. I'm also pouring back into myself too. United we stand, divided we fall, and unity is the way to go.
The opportunity to be able to work and then come to law school, which is very, so accessible right here downtown Dallas. My school is only about 5 miles from here, and so it's just very easy for me to get back and forth between my day job and law school in the evening. It made an impossibility become possible.
If it weren't for the scholarships, no, I wouldn't be here today. The scholarships have been impactful for me just because of me and my family not having to have that financial burden of also paying off student loans have helped me to get the financial support that I need to further along my career and focus on my studies more.
Scholarships have helped me be able to just focus on what I need to.
Unlike a championship belt that can be taken away from you, an education is something that can never be taken away from you.
I'm inspired to be a change maker because being the first generation, being a Hispanic, being that bigger sister, being that leader, being that mentor has made things more impactful in a way. I'm studying justice and social policy, which is my major, with a minor in political science and psychology. But I want to go into criminal defense law and later on go into politics and run for office.
My purpose is to provide quality work and make law accessible for those who couldn't otherwise afford it. UNT Dallas College of Law is growing, and you need to be part of the growth.
It's really a wonderful place to come and reinvest in your career and just to follow the dream that's been in your heart for a long time.
UNT Dallas is here for you, and they provide a helping hand no matter what your past looks like, no matter what your journey looks like. UNT Dallas is the way.
What an exciting day. Thank you all for joining us on this day when we honor the past and celebrate the future of UNT Dallas. Due to the weather, we've moved our picnic celebration indoors. So at the end of the recessional, please join us in the atrium where we have Lockhart Smokehouse Barbecue, Ruthie's Grilled Sandwiches, and treats from the Cake Bar. Seating's available in the tent outside the glass doors. Also, following the recessional, we do kindly ask for a few minutes to allow the UNT Dallas team to transition this room by clearing chairs and setting up tables for lunch. This will create some additional seating here in Campus Hall. So if you would, as we close, please rise as you are able for the UNT Dallas alma mater. The lyrics are in your program, and then please remain standing for the recessional. Congratulations again to our fourth president, Dr. Warren J. von Eschenbach, and the whole University of North Texas at Dallas family.
A little bit.
Hey, y'all want to do a quick blues thing? You want to do a quick blues thing? Sure. Let's do a blues and A. Yeah. Is that cool?